Aloha, my friends. Market update for WTI crude oil, May 27th, 2021, 9:11 p.m. This is a 6-month chart, 6-month expanding from here all the way to the end of here. It is each one of these, which is called a candlestick, represents 1 day. This green line is called a 200-day moving average. This red line is called a 50-day moving average, and this bluish line is a 20-day moving average. We see the 200-day moving average has been moving up, and as well as the 50-day moving average. 20-day moving average in general has been moving up, and we can see overall the price of oil has been moving up until it bumps into this $66 range, which just recently oil traded above 66 into the as high as 67.45. If oil is going to come back down below the 66 range, then I'm looking at to see how deep into this $60 range is it going to retrace. But if it's going to come down and just kind of hang out around this, let's say 55-ish to 65-ish to $66 range, then I think we're going to be building a base to move forward. Now, we'll look here. These lines on these 4 different charts, these colors and these time frames are the same as what I showed you on that 6-month daily chart. The only thing that's in all of these, all 4 of these, are we're still looking at oil. The only thing that's different is the time frame. For example, right with this chart here, one of these candles is in a 15-minute time frame, and the time span from here to here is 1 day. In this one of these candles is 1 hour, and the time span is 3 days. In this one day, but unlike what we saw on this other chart that we were looking at, this one, the time span from here to here is only 3 months. And this one, each candle is 1 week, so 5 of these, and the time span is 1 year. Moving averages, still the same. So the way that I've been looking at this lately, sometimes I change it around a little bit. I like to look at the 15-minute chart because there's 4 15-minute candles that make up 1 hour. And then because these futures trade quite like 23 hours straight, there's 23 of these in one of these candles. Perfectionist, analytical people like myself, if I'm wrong, just leave me a comment somewhere. Let me know that I made a little error in the math, that there's actually, how many ever hours, whatever. But the point is that what I like doing and what I recommend for you to do, especially if you're new, you're on the fresher side, the beginning side, or completely new to trading and investing, is to select one asset to start with. Just one asset. You can always expand more if you want to, but in the beginning, because I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're older than 3 years old. But a 3-year-old in a normal functioning development of a 3-year-old, they might be walking. They might be kind of learning to walk at that age. But they didn't start with learning to walk. They started with learning to crawl. And then they start walking, and then eventually they can be running, And then eventually it can be winning gold medals in the Olympics with running. But it starts with crawling, right? So consider starting with one asset so you can really dial into the personality of the asset. So you can do things like this. You can watch it on different time frames. You start having an idea of what's going on. So speaking of what's going on, when we look at this 1 year chart on for the weekly, it's right at the moment this candle is still open. Tomorrow sometime on Friday, this candle will close and we will see what the end picture is. But right now you see the distance from here to here, the body of the candle is this. If we were to measure this, this is greater than the body of this to this. That is a bit of a bullish indicator when you have this candle engulfing this one. However, things could change, right? It's still trading. A couple hours ago, you can, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a little bit of a wick there. It got as high a couple hours ago. It was as high as 57.45. Excuse me, 67.45. So it's had a bit of a pullback. Who knows how things are going to end? But what I'm betting money on at the moment is that oil is going to stay, is overall in the next 30 days or at least 2 weeks, oil is absolutely my bet is that oil is going to stay above this $58 mark. I also believe that it's going to stay above this $60 mark, and I'm looking to see if it's going to stay above the $65 mark, right around in there. So that's what I think is going on. And by looking at these, like the hourly chart, we see right in here around the 60, 66 down to the 65 for the last, what was it, 3 days? The last 3 days we've kind of been going sideways. We touched down here at 65.25, sold down, but as soon as it sold down, look at these buyers, drove it back up to this mark right here, sold down a little bit here, and then buyers really came in. So that is what I am looking at the moment, and moment to moment, day to day, week to week. So oil, what do I think is going on with oil? I think it's staying a bit in that range. I'm going to watch it step by step. I developed for myself a particular trading style that I'm concerned less of exactly which direction and how high or how low it's going to go, and I'm setting up trades that I'm profiting by determining where the price of an asset is not going to go. Sometimes I do directional trades, but for the most part, my bread and butter of trading is what I feel is relatively passive, easygoing, determining where the price action is not going to go. And please like this video. Wherever you're watching it at, subscribe to whatever format you're watching it at. If you'd like to leave a comment, leave a comment. And if you enjoy this type of conversation and you're curious as to how did I develop a strategy that fits in my lifestyle, works for my personality, and those type of things, then reach out to me. We'll have a conversation. If you and I are a good fit together, then possibly I will help you to come to your own conclusions and make your own decisions on what is the best strategy for you. Because my friend, I find that leading a horse to water is the greatest gift that I can give someone. The greatest gift that I can give someone is allowing you to make your own decisions on yourself and by yourself, and just give you a little guidance as to things to consider. That way you develop your brain into being an independently thinking person that can make your own decisions about trading and investing in the financial markets without needing the opinions and advice of other people. If I can help you to do that, then you will experience a very similar feeling of satisfaction and gratification that I feel walking around the earth. So I want to help you do that if you're the type of person that resonates with that. Reach out to me. You guys have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.